Good morning, good morning, good morning. Yes, you guys. It's Saturday morning. Good morning, beautiful people, and welcome to the Farmhill Cafe, where we do Saturday morning adult cartooning with coffee and conversation and information too. So, what's up with you today? Is it a rise and grind or peace of mind kind of day? How you feeling? How are you feeling? Because I want to know. Hey, I wanna ask you guys something. Have you ever had a word that you just couldn't let go of? Does that sound kind of weird to you? I mean, because I've been hearing the word reset on so many occasions this week. Like I could be listening to something like a conversation on TV or on YouTube or somewhere, and the word would just pop up, reset, reset, reset. And I'm kind of like that. I'm kind of like that pit bull. Once I get my teeth, stuck into some, once I got it in my grasp, I am not letting go until I am fully satisfied. So I really didn't know what that word meant for me because we always think things mean things for us when they happen to us, correct? Um, but now I know. Yep, I know. And I'm going to be sharing that with you next week. Reset, reset, reset. So, yeah. So, we'll see what's going on with that. Well, you'll see what's going on because I found out what it meant. It's a good thing, but it's not. It's a sad thing because if you think about it, the word reset, something's about to change. And change is not easy for everyone. And it's time to, let some things go. But also, I have a question for you this week. And the question is, how are you going to make your next move your best move? Coming off reset, I think that's pretty cool. But we're going to unpack that later. But for now, I want you to think about how are you going to make your next move your best move. But next, we have to take a sip of this delicious. Yep. I'm rolling with Farm Hill this morning, you guys. I'm rolling with Farm Hill. And guess what? I'm going to take a sip. Hey, are you participating in an experience that 1 billion people have every day? That's drinking coffee. And I've got something for you. Check this out. Of course, it's not ready. Of course, it's not ready. But we're going to work right through it. Here we go. So if you want the beans that come from Nicaragua, Colombia, and Guatemala, you've got to get you some of this coffee, some of this Farm Hill right here. Can you see that? You've got to get you some of this Farm Hill. And guess what else I have today for you? I have, let's see, it's okay. I want it to be the ticker, but it's not the ticker. Ticker usually kind of scrolls down, but you can email us at info@T2C2 Sip Nation if you have any questions about our coffee, or just go to our website at T2C2 Sip Nation. We are happy to answer any questions about our coffee. So partake, indulge, and enjoy. So let's get another sip. And now I have the weather for you guys. So if you are in the Chicagoland, Northwest Indiana area, it's going to be sunny. I'll lead with that because that's a good thing. The other part is that your weather is going to be anywhere from 68 to 74 degrees today. So it's not a bad day. It's not a hot day. It's a good day to enjoy some weather. So where do we want to go to next? Morning Brew. Yes. Let's see what those jokers are talking about over at Morning Brew. And don't forget, if you want your morning information to have your conversation, go to morningbrew.com. com. So let's see. I'm here, you guys, and let's see what they're saying today. So, how did we end the markets yesterday? We end the markets with, I mean, it's okay. I mean, all around the world, people are feeling the pain. But Nasdaq was up, S&P was up. So those are good things. You know, a lot of the markets were down, or a lot of the individual stocks were down, but it says despite rising slightly yesterday, just like I said, the S&P just posted its worst week since March 2020, when you know what happened. Even energy stocks, those are those reliable stocks. But let's see what they say at Morning Brew. One of the lone bright spots in the market, the energy stocks have taken a beating during the higher interest rate era. So perhaps they say only the good news investors can look forward to is a 3-day weekend. The U.S. stock market will be closed for Juneteenth on Monday. So we'll see where it takes us. We'll see where it takes us. And also, not only Juneteenth is on Monday. So for those of you who are celebrating Juneteenth, cool. And happy Father's Day. Happy Father's Day to all of the dads who are there, who are in the fight, raising their kids, doing what's best for their children. So a happy Father's Day to you too. And other Morning Brew news, Amazon vibes shift under Andy. I think his name is Jassy, but I want to call him Jazzy, but it's spelled Jassy. So he's been in his tenure as CEO for about 1 year. And so what they say over here at Morning Brew is he's introducing some speed limits on the potentially reckless, I'll say potentially reckless superhighway Jeff Bezos created. Um, and they do say potentially reckless superhighway. So what they say that Jazzy's trying to do is rein in some of the president uh, Jeff Bezos's uh, overly ambitious expansion plans at a time when Amazon, of all people, you guys, Amazon is the face of money. It's facing its most challenging financial period in years. But anytime you have a business or just working, you know, you come across uh, financial periods where it's just rough. It's not always, you know, the road does never goes this way. It never goes. It's good. This. I mean, you do. There's a lot involved, and then they go on to say, so what is he doing? What is he doing? He's doing some serious change. He's making some serious changes. So first of all, he's considering that they don't need as many warehouses. You know how Amazon, it's popping up, the warehouses are popping up in every neighborhood. So Amazon is reportedly planning to sublet a minimum of 10 million square feet of warehouse space, which sounds like a lot, but it's still only 5% of the footprint that the company added during COVID, where people were drawing back, well, consumers were drawing back. Businesses were expanding and growing. Yes, they were. Even us as a business expanded and grew during COVID. Now, Jazzy was also not impressed by Amazon's push into brick and mortar. In March, he closed more than 50 of the company's retail locations, nearly half of which were physical bookstores. So there goes the bookstore. I'm still a bookstore fan, you guys. I don't know about you, but I am still a bookstore fan. And then finally, the last thing Mr. Jazzy's gonna do, he's trying to solve the problem of, here it goes, overstaffing at some of the warehouses. That's serious because now we are digging into the bank accounts and the pockets of the average consumer who have really made a living off of working at Amazon. So just brace yourself for that, Amazon employees. In less than 2 years, 2.5 years, Amazon hired roughly the same number of employees as the combined workforces of UPS and Costco. So they have a huge workforce. What else is going on in the news? Oh, Vince McMahon. Do you guys know, the CEO? I don't know if he's, I think WWE wrestling, you always see this guy come in the ring. He's got this suit on, he's got these huge muscles. Well, he's taking an extended PTO, and I think he's one of the founders or creators of WWE. He also had that I read yesterday. Remember that was it XFL? He was a part of that. The XFL, that the football league. Well, yeah, so what they're saying is that the reason he's taking an extended PTO while the board investigates him for potential misconduct is because McMahon allegedly paid a secret $3 million settlement to a departing employee with whom he had a consensual affair with, according to WSJ New report earlier this week. McMahon still will oversee the WWE's the creative content while on leave, while his permanent extended PTO leave. But his daughter Stephanie McMahon, you guys probably know her too, will effectively run the company. So it just goes to show you, you guys, you can't do everything just because you have a business. And when you have a board, that's what that board is there to do, to monitor those things that that people get into. Because you have to have, I mean, you have to maintain a certain image, you have to maintain a certain reputation. And then for you to take $3 million of company money and give it to, someone you were having an affair with, I mean, it it's questionable. Why didn't you use your own money? So you can't write everything off, you guys. You can't write your affairs off. It's really hard to write your affairs off, especially if you have a board looking at you. I just wonder, was it worth it? We don't know. It might have been. But anyway, in other news, SpaceX, they canceled or they sacked an employee who criticized Elon Musk because one of the employees said that circulated a letter about Musk's public behavior and how it's a distraction. Well, guess what? They don't have to worry about being a distraction anymore. You have to watch what you say about the people you work for, because we live in a very um, emotional society. We have emotions. And so sometimes they might take that personally. And one of the things that I've learned, you can always get rid of an employee. It's always easy to find something to just get rid of an employee on. It doesn't mean that that employee can't retaliate and get a lawyer and, unjustified firing and things like that. It doesn't mean they can't do that, but employers can always find ways to get rid of employees. So I just don't want you to forget about that. The next thing and the last thing I'm going to talk about, don't forget to go to Morning Brew, because there's so much information here, guys. And I'm only here from 5 to 30 minutes with you on Saturday morning while we adult cartoon. We're drinking our coffee, coffee conversations and information. That's what we're all about. There is a chip shortage. So this is what happened. So Biden administration, they were trying to brainstorm and come up with ideas to how can we help our American citizens. Well, we're not all citizens, so how can we help Americans, people that live in America, on this gas epidemic? We're not going to open up our reserves, but how can we help them? So one of the things they wanted to do, they wanted to send rebate cards. It's kind of like why did I forget his name? Oh my goodness. You guys know who I'm talking about. He gave away so much gas. He runs for mayor every opportunity that he can, and we never give him a chance to become mayor. If you know who I'm talking about, put him in the chat. Put him in the chat, because people from Chicago know who I'm talking about. He's always helping those who need not a handout, but a hand up. But that's what they're trying to do. They try to take his idea. I'm just going to claim it. I got to find out who it is now. I gotta find out, because I gotta give this man his flowers, because he's done so much for us in the McDonald's Corporation. Let me see, what is his name? Now they're saying it was Mayor Lightfoot. No, it wasn't. It wasn't Mayor Lightfoot. I think she may have had the idea and did some of it, but we heard it from this guy first. Now, you guys, I told you I'm like a pit bull. Once I get locked into something, uh, I am just there. Hold on. We are going to find out. There he is, Willie Wilson. Willie Wilson. So I'm going to give Willie Wilson his flowers today because he's done a lot for the city of Chicago. And so Biden's administration had this idea as they were brainstorming the same thing that Willie Wilson did to give out gas cards. But guess what? They couldn't do it. You know why? Because we have a problem. There aren't enough computer chips to make the cards in the volume required. So the White House scrapped the plan. Here's a plan for you. Why don't you just send us another $1,200? Hmm? Let's start there. Let's just cut the check. Just start there. Give us another $1,200, and we don't have to worry about chips, because by the time you spend the money giving that money to the corporations, you're gonna go over where you're gonna go over what you would probably spend with just giving us $1,200. I'm still thinking about that, you guys. We got $1,200 for staying in the house, so that's $100 a year during COVID. That's it's quite interesting. It's quite interesting, but that's not what we're here to talk about today, you guys. But there you go. That was the morning brew. I hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to go to morningbrew.com. So what's next? Because I only have a few more minutes with you. I'm enjoying this. So if you are looking to jump into the short-term rental business, then here is an event that I need you to attend. Watch this. So many people. That's Andre the realtor, my husband, your realtor, doing his thing July 13th. Of course, you guys know that we do have an Airbnb. We have a short-term rental business. But the thing about it is, so many people say, I want to. If you want to know how to get started, come on, you guys, my word is reset. And if you're watching me right now, you know that means your word is reset too. And if you've been interested in starting a short-term rental business, July 13th. And you can catch this commercial for more information on our contemporary living page, or Andre's personal page, or my personal page. It is there, July 13th in Aurora. They're going to be talking about it. Like I told you last week, the real estate industry is really getting into that short-term rental business now, in ways you can use many resources that are at your fingertips if you qualify to start that business. So July 13th, if you've been even slightly interested, you don't want to miss it. So another thing, back to the question, because it's 7:19. Well, at least I've got 7:19. How are you going to make your next move your best move? Oh, but before we get into that, there's something I wanted to show you. What are you doing August 7th? That's Sunday, August 7th, 2022. Are you a female veteran? Are you a woman business owner? If you are, I need you to be here. I need you to check this commercial out. You don't want to miss that. I'm telling you guys, is we got a whole new vibe for our second annual Encore. Go get your ticket. It's the ambiance, it's the music, it's the food. All of that has changed. You got to be there to see it. And another thing, you know how we have the Farmhill Coffee? We've got the Farmhill Coffee right here. We've got a coffee wine that we're going to be sampling at that wine event, at the Uncorked Wine event. We were, if you watched last week, we were at Lakeshore Taste Fest, and guess what? We sold a case of it already. So you guys, you do not want to miss that event. It's going to be great. But back to the question at hand. How are you going to make your next move your best move? So one of our most popular posts on Contemporary Living this week was about popcorn. Yep, I said it, popcorn. So it said popcorn is prepared in the same pot, in the same heat, and in the same oil, but yet the kernels do not all pop at the same time. Same pot, same heat, same oil, but they do not pop at the same time. Yes, we're talking about popcorn. And what they're saying is, the bottom line is, don't compare yourself to others. Your turn to pop, yes, will come. Man, I know you're out there, you're doing your thing, and sometimes you're like, man, when is it gonna pop for me? But your time is coming. Keep up the hard work, keep up the prayer, keep up the faith. Just be diligent. Continue to be diligent in your work. And those of you who got the word reset like I did, oh, you gotta let go, but be prepared for something that's gonna blow your mind. You gotta keep believing, because you don't get what you want, you get what you believe in. Because if you believe in it, you're gonna work harder for it. So that is it, you guys. Thank you for adult cartooning with me with coffee conversations and information. I hope this was helpful for you. Go ahead and enjoy your sunny Saturday. Don't forget, sunny Saturday. It's going to be anywhere between 68 and 74 degrees between in Northwest Indiana and the Chicagoland area and everything in between that. As always, be brilliant, be you, be blessed. I'll see you guys next Saturday. Don't forget, make it a good one. And don't forget about that question. How are you going to make your next move your best move? I've already presented you with a couple of ideas and a couple of opportunities. So see you then. Have a great day. Next week, y'all. Next week. Bye.